Hey everyone, you want to know a secret? A secret trick to make your sentences totally awesome, like giving them superpowers? Well, today that's exactly what we're going to do.
All right, have a look at this. On one side, we've got the dancers performed. Okay, kind of plain, right? A little bit meh. But now look at the other side. The dancers performed wonderfully. See that? Wow. Suddenly, it's so much better. What was it? What's the one tiny word that changed everything?
That's it. You guessed it. That one special word is called an adverb. And for today, let's just pretend adverbs are the superheroes of our sentences. They're the ones who swoop in and add all the color and excitement.
So you're probably asking, what is an adverb? Well, it's pretty simple actually. An adverb is just a word that tells us, well, more. More about the action, more about what's happening. It's like adding seasoning to your food. It just adds all that extra flavor and detail. Think of adverbs as little detectives. They're always asking questions to help us get the full story, and they're always on the lookout for clues about the action in a sentence. So, what kind of questions do they ask? Let's find out. Okay, the first and maybe the biggest question our adverb detective asks is how? How did something happen? In what way was it done? Let's look at an example. The children played happily. So, how did they play? Yep, they played happily. That word happily is our adverb. And because it tells us the manner in which they played, we call it an adverb of manner. Simple, right? And there are just so many of these how adverbs. Think about it. A soldier fights bravely. You should always cross the road carefully. Someone might sing beautifully, or maybe a dog barks loudly. See? All of these words, bravely, carefully, beautifully, loudly, they all tell us how. I bet you can think of some more.
All right, detective adverb isn't done yet. The next question on the list is where? Pretty straightforward, right? Where did all this action happen?
Here's a sentence we've all probably said. I looked for my pen everywhere. So where did I look? I looked everywhere. And that word everywhere is an adverb of place. Why? Because it tells us the place I was looking. We use these adverbs of place all the time without even thinking about it. Words like here, there, outside, upstairs, nearby. Come play outside or your bag is upstairs. They're super useful for telling people exactly where stuff is happening. Okay, so we've covered how and where. Our detective has one last big question for us today, and that is when. This one, as you probably guessed, is all about time. Check out this sentence. I spoke to Raman recently. When did I speak to him? The word that answers that is recently. So recently is our adverb of time. It gives us a clue about, well, the timing of it all. And seriously, we use these adverbs of time all the time. Words like now, today, yesterday, early, soon, they're in almost every conversation we have. They're just a normal part of talking about when things are going to happen or when they already did. All right, so you get the idea of these different adverbs now, right? But now it's time for the really cool part, the master level secret. What happens when you use more than one? There's a secret code, a special rule. I like to call it the Royal Order of Adverbs. So think about it. What happens when you try to cram a bunch of these awesome adverbs into one sentence? You can't just throw them in wherever you want. It would sound all jumbled and weird. But hey, don't worry. There's a really simple trick, a special order that makes it sound perfect every time. And here it is, the Royal Order. Check out this table. It just shows us the right order to put our adverbs in after the verb. First comes manner, which is how.
Right after that comes place, which is where. Then you can add frequency, which is how often. After that is time, which is when. And finally, purpose, which is why. Let's focus on the first few: manner, place, time. How, where, when. That's the magic combo.
Let's see this whole royal order thing in action. It's easier than it sounds. Look at this sentence. Tanu walks briskly in the park every morning to reduce her weight. Let's break it down. How does she walk? Briskly, that's our manner. Where does she walk? In the park, that's our place. When does she walk? Every morning, that's the time. And why does she do it? To reduce her weight, that's the purpose. See? Manner, place, time, purpose. It follows the rule exactly, and it sounds great. So, if there's one thing you remember today, make it this. The real secret to making your sentences sound amazing isn't just about throwing in some adverbs. Nope. The real magic is putting them in the right order.
And that's it. You've got the knowledge. You know the secret code, which means you are now an adverb master. Pretty cool, huh?
Okay, Master, here's your first mission, if you choose to accept it. It's easy. Step 1, start with a simple action, like the birds sang. Step 2, add a how adverb. The birds sang sweetly. Good. Step 3, add a where or when adverb. The birds sang sweetly in the tree. And step 4, the final check. Does it follow the royal order? Manner, then place. Yes, perfect sentence.
All right, now it's totally your turn. Let's end with a little challenge. Can you think up a fun or even a really silly sentence about your favorite animal? Just make sure you use an adverb of manner that tells us how it does something, and an adverb of place that tells us where. Go on, give it a try. Have some fun with it, and don't forget the superpower of adverbs.